Welcome to Transformational Fighting Arts Online. Today we're going to be talking about some basic trapping techniques. We're going to talk about the Pak Sao and the Lop Sao. Before I do that, I'll define Pak Sao and Lop Sao. Pak Sao means slapping hands and Lop Sao means pulling hands. So, what is trapping? Trapping is that range in between punching and grappling where you isolate the hands. It's when you come into some sort of barrier or something stops your forward motion, or even when you're blocking and you want to move or take advantage of some of your opponent's energy. So Jeff, will you come in here, please? So if I'm, let's say, just one more step in here, there you go. If I'm, say, punching at Jeff and Jeff blocks me just like he's doing, right? I hit this barrier, so I can't keep forward motion. So I have some options basically to do to Jeff what I want. I can either take this or go through it or take it or go around it. But any way I do this, I'm actually going to isolate Jeff's hands so he can't continually punch me. So that is hand immobilization. It's when I immobilize his hands so he can't do what he wants to do, and it allows me to open up the line so I can continue punishing him. Of course, there's other trapping techniques with your feet and hands that we'll go over in other videos. But today we're just going to go over the Pak Sao and the Lop Sao, okay? So, the Pak Sao. Assuming you've made contact, so we're going to start with this perfect reference points. This one reference point, assuming either I've punched and he's punched, or I've punched and he's blocked, or he's punched and I've blocked, but we've met here somehow, and we're just going to start at this reference point. And at this reference point, how you do the Pak Sao is you're going to step forward with your front hand, with your front foot, right? Stepping forward with your front foot to gain the distance, because right now, I cannot hit Jeff. So I have to step forward to hit Jeff. The second part is to slap that hand out of the way to clear the line. As you're doing that, you're going to punch forward and hit Jeff. The big issue, though, Jeff cannot feel you moving forward. If Jeff feels you moving forward, he will put up his arm or move back. So when you start moving forward, you have to isolate this hand. This hand has to float in midair and actually recoil a little bit. So if I'm pushing against Jeff as I move forward and not giving up this space, he will sense that in his front hand. The only thing I want Jeff to feel is that this hand hitting. This hand doesn't go back, it just stabilizes in midair. So if you saw what this hand was doing in midair, you'd see this hand stays where it is as I move forward, okay? That's the motion that we're talking about, okay? So, he's blocked me. I move forward, clear the hand, and then hit. Remember the full rotation. So, once again, it's hit. The other thing is the Pak Sao. If you saw it, there's no thumb. So, use your thumb on his hand like that. I do not want you to grab. No thumb on the Pak Sao. You push down his center. So not over here, not around. We're pushing through him. So he should feel disrupted when you do this. It shouldn't be nice, okay? So when you hit, and hit. Full rotation on your hit, okay? So in a little bit faster speed, bam, okay? One more time, bam, okay? And the last time, bam. That's the Pak Sao. So, the other side of this assumes that he has kind of neutral or kind of giving energy on this block or hit. But let's assume he's a big monster or some behemoth, right? And you hit, and he puts all this energy in it, it's all moving forward, right? And you can't go through it, like there's nothing here. Well, that's when you do the Lop Sao. You take the energy. You take the energy. So how does the Lop Sao look? So we're in this reference point again. The Lop Sao is you're going to slap down, but the big issue is you want this dynamic. So if his head is not doing that little jiggle, you're not dynamic enough. It's not a pulling like on a rope. It's like a slapping down and pulling. Slapping down and pulling. And see how I'm pulling close to my core and through my center, and I'm giving that hip turn? You got to have that because you want to pull him through, right? The other thing is, then you throw your cross, and you want to aim up his bicep. So you use his bicep as a positioning, so it goes straight up to his, oh, thank you, airplane. I appreciate that. You go right up there, right up there, right up the bicep. It's like a perfect line that goes straight up the bicep, and you rotate through this hip, and it pushes off this back foot of yours. So down and hit, right? Down and hit. You get that? Pak-Sao, Lop-Sao. In fact, you can go from one to the other. Pak-Sao, right? Pak-Sao, Lop-Sao. Okay? Those are two things. Thank you, Jeff. Those are two things you can work on. Pak-Sao with a partner. Do them over and over again. You want them dynamic. You want them strong. You want them fast. Your opponent should feel disruptive. If they are staying still, you're not doing them right. If you have any questions, please go to my blog, write a comment, or you can always get in touch with me at Ask Sifu. Ask Sifu Marcus blog. That's my radio show. This blog, Transformational Fighting Arts Online, it's a great place to write any comments, any questions, or Sifu at masterytrainingsystems.com. That's Sifu at masterytrainingsystems.com. If this helped you out at all, please take a look at the donation page, the donation button. You can always donate anything. Any donation helps out. It allows me to do this free material and helps out all my scholarship students. So please, feel free to donate. Thank you very much. I'm Sifu Marcus Lovemore.